Okay, so anyways, let's check out Forza Motorsport 1, this time on the Xemu emulator. I did do a video on this on the second channel, because it does seem to run much better now. However, what I wasn't really able to test was stability. That's kind of what today's stream is for, where we just really try to see what happens if you try to properly play the game. I did do this a little bit off stream, and I did encounter one freeze. Like, the game froze on me once. But today I really want to find out how stable this emulation is. That's gonna be the point of today's portion of the stream. And also, because I wasn't able to show this off properly in the video, the 60 FPS thanks to lossless scaling. I kind of messed that up in the recording. I now learned how to properly enable 60 FPS. So it's not running yet. Let's just make a new profile first, and then I can show you once we get there how smooth it looks. At Nur. There we go. Done. There we go. Read the post. What a shame. Really liked the stream highlights because James carries. Yeah, true. I mean, the thing is, you know, I'd be like if I'm not like at least a little bit sad as well. But you have to consider, like, James and I were not working together anymore, you know? Like, we kind of like went on to do our own things at this point. So at this point, it would just be me doing the stream highlights, and I obviously can't do as good of a job. So anything that I would produce now would just not be as good anymore. So I figured at that point I might as well just do something else, you know? Do you plan to make a tutorial how to set up Xemu? Yeah, I did promise that in my last video. There were a few requests. I didn't get like an overwhelming amount of requests. The thing is, there are some tutorials out there that already explain how to set this up, but they kind of miss a few things or are a little bit outdated, so I could make another one. Okay, so let's see. The game is a little bit quiet, so I'm gonna turn it up a bit. It's just makes everything. Everything makes. Actually, I think you can use the stick. Yeah, it's a little bit faster. Might still be a little bit quiet because of the emulator quiet in general. So if you want the volume to be up, just yeah, tell me about it. Interesting to see this. I haven't played the game. Yeah, honestly, a lot of people have not played the first Forza, but I think it's so worth playing. It's actually so worth playing. There's some content in this that is unique to this game you will never see again. Like, there's some street racing in this even. Right, so this is the arcade mode. We don't want to do the arcade mode, we want to do Korea. So where are we starting? What home region? I think the first time we played the game, we started in Europe. So we could do either Asia or North America. Asia, I think, has like a bunch of like fairly basic cars. I mean, there's some like Asian cars in here as well, like this. Holy royalty-free rock, yeah. One thing that I find really weird is people love the soundtrack of this. Like, people, it's made by Junkie XL, who's like really great, like a great artist. But the soundtrack never struck me as like particularly memorable. It's not bad. It's just like kind of whatever. But people love the soundtrack on this. Like, I thought Motorsport 2 had great soundtrack. Personally, it was kind of my favorite. So those are the US cars. What do we have in Asia? Starting with the Civic would be wild. Gotta be honest, US is a little bit more... we need the Zap. The Zap is what I started with on my first playthrough. I'm not picking the Zap again. This is the car I started with on my first playthrough. We're not gonna do it again. You can start with the Corrado here, which is cool. Right, like you can start with the Horizon 1 starter car here if you want. This car model, this TT looks kind of goofy. I'm not sure what it is. Car model of the Golf is really bad. In fact, this is where you can actually see that this car model has been just reused and recycled even until today. Because the modern Forza model of this car looks just as boxy. Like, it has like a really... it's not rounded enough, right? You know what I mean? Like the rear... if you've seen this car in the Pepega mod, that's what it should look like. Like, you see how, like, it's not curved enough, like the entire rear, the corners there. It's very, like, boxy looking. And it looks just like this in the modern Forza games. Which tells me that the modern Forza games still use this car model. They just, like, slightly overhauled it with better textures, maybe higher polygon count and interior view, obviously. Kind of embarrassing. They should probably also redo that model. I think North America sounds nice, honestly. We're American today. We could start with the PT Cruiser, which would be hella cursed. We could even make it purple. I think we gotta, guys. We gotta. But you guys also mentioned the Eagle Talon. That's a car I'm not super familiar with. But no, I'm taking the PT Cruiser. Let's meme it up. This car is not in the modern Forza games. This is a traffic car in the modern Forza games. And not even in all of them, I think. The question is, what color do we use? It's gotta be purple, right? It's gotta be purple. So I can already show off the 60 FPS here, by the way. Like if I pull off my key combination, this should work. Is this smooth to you guys? No, I don't think it is. Hold on. I need to set this up properly again. I think, yeah, I have to... Yeah, okay, I know what I do. So I have to open this. Okay, let's see if it'll work now. Nah, not yet. It's kind of fucky how you have to do this here. Oh, I think now it worked. Yeah, now it worked. So now if I pull this key combination... Nope, that's not it yet. Oh, maybe no. No. Ah! Okay, I think I did it. I pulled it off. Now you can see this game in 60 FPS as well. Might not be perfect, once again, like this is all frame generated. Alright. Time to start. So frame tracing is a little bit weird. It's not like, you can definitely tell it's not native 60 FPS. But I think overall it's still an improvement. Okay, let's set the difficulty first. I'll keep the suggested line on because I'm not familiar with the tracks. Air difficulty... Yeah, let's put it to hard. Sim damage model. Because why not? Let's spice things up. Let's spice things up a little bit. But will it break anything? No. Like if you use frame generation, it doesn't break anything. The only thing you'll have to get used to is like a slight bit more input delay. But that really kind of depends on the kind of monitor you're using. If you're using like a Bluetooth controller or if it's wired. I think in optimal circumstances, when you're using a wired controller and your monitor has very little or no input latency, like any latency, it's actually very negligible. It's actually fine. Oh, look how smooth this is, dude. Even just the preview here is so smooth, dude. Okay. Yeah, the fact that this game works at all on the emulator is so good, especially because you can upscale it. Like before, there was a time where the game did work on the emulator, but you would have to play at the native resolution. At which point, there's not really any reason to play this over the, over the native Xbox version, because you're just gonna get the same experience, basically. But yeah, now you can increase the internal resolution. Like, I'm playing the game at full 1440p. And with the frame generation, it's all in 60 FPS now. I thought the game would crash there for a second, but it didn't, thank God. And yeah, I gotta be honest, with all these settings, this looks great. It really does look very nice. I think, funnily enough, I think Gran Turismo 4 does manage to look better still. Once you like do all the emulator shenanigans. I think that game just tends to or lends itself better to like emulator upscaling and stuff. But not bad at all. I think the main thing that kind of bothers me a little bit here with the visuals that is really, really obvious once you upscale the game is just that the resolution, not the resolution, the reflections are low FPS, basically. That's really the main thing that bothers me about the visuals. But otherwise it looks pretty clean. Also, yeah, I think the engine sound is a little bit quiet. Thing is, I messed with the audio settings, I just maxed everything out. I think initially the engine sounds were a little bit higher, but honestly this is kind of a blessing. The engine sounds in this game are really terrible. They are somehow... I'm not sure if I would say they're worse than Gran Turismo 4's, but they are roughly on the same level. They're not great. So if you can't hear much of the engine, trust me, that's a blessing. What I do like is how high resolution the shadows are, though. Like that shadow is crisp, man. And yeah, car models look fine. You gotta remember that the car models, you know, they can have like really high damage models. Like the damage model on this is actually extremely impressive. You didn't get that on Gran Turismo at all, even today. But you can absolutely demolish these cars if you want to. If you enable it, you can also have mechanical damage, of course. And the engine sounds something Forza Motorsport has done traditionally better than Gran Turismo. Only in the later games. Only in the later games. The first game does not have good engine audio. It really doesn't. I can turn it up if you want to. But you're gonna beg me to turn it on again. Trust me. How'd you get this game to not crash randomly when playing? It might still crash when randomly playing. I'm not saying it doesn't. It's just that it didn't happen now. Also, it's really obvious the PT Cruiser needs upgrades. That much is obvious. Because we were not able to keep up with the guys in first. Okay, let's see. I honestly think it just needs more power. That's really all that was. Can we pimp it though? Oh my god. This is why old Forza games are better. I keep saying it. And this is why. There's like, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bumpers for the PT Cruiser, dude. This is the only game, the only racing game where you can actually pimp this car. This is why this game is goated, dude. Okay, I said we're gonna put everything into performance, but I think I lied. I think I lied, guys. Oh my god, dude. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Do we have spoilers? Do we have any spoilers? We got one spoiler. Ah, that's a bit of a shame. Oh, man. Are you rear lens? Wait, what is this? What? You can do this? Dude, I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't know you could do that in old Forza. Or like in the first. You could change the lights. That's crazy. I didn't even know that's possible. From all the time that I played this game, I've never seen this. That is wild. Yeah, actually somehow the first Forza has better customization than all the other games. That is not an option in any of the other games. That is wild, dude. Do I even have enough money for all of the bumpers? I think I do. We're obviously gonna go with the bulkiest one, right? Question is, which one is it? I feel like this one and that one, they look pretty much the same. Yeah, I don't see any difference with these. Right? They look about the same. This one's just way cheaper. So let's go with this one. I mean, what we can do is check this and then go back. Yeah, it's just a very slight change. That middle just looks a little bit different. You know, I gotta get the diffuser, man. I gotta do it, man. What are we going for here? Has to be this one, I think. Sure, I think that's about all we can do. I mean, we can install the spoiler, but it doesn't really look that much better. I mean, making the car look good is not my priority, but it doesn't look more impressive. Roll cage doesn't need it. Look how sturdy the car is, man. Okay, let's see what we got for rims. I gotta be honest, the rims look unbelievably high quality. Like, look, check this out. The rims look way too high quality for this game. Like, with the low initial resolution that this game had, there's... Okay, I already found the ones we're gonna buy. Oh, actually, I don't think we have money. Oh, we're just a couple of credits short, shit. But like, it's unbelievable how high polygon the rims are in this game. Like, you would never see this on the, you know, original resolution. That amount of detail. That only really comes through once you upscale. Okay. We are 100% still gonna lose. I just want to point that out. We are 100% still gonna lose every single race. But, you know what? Rice comes first. Rice is more important. And we have to get the steelies. Absolutely goated. Absolutely. Oh my god, the exhaust is in the middle as well. Jesus Christ. It's actually like this pseudo race car, dude. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at those rear lights as well. They put more work into the rims than the Golf model. Yeah, it seems that way. Like, the rims look great. They are... they look unbelievably high quality. That's fucking horrid. The car or the customization? Or both? Oh, look at that. We're making some gains, dude. It's the diffuser, I'm telling you. Oh, this game is great, dude. Like, honestly, the first Forza Motorsport is actually so good. It's actually so good. Like, I cannot wait for this game to receive more improvements and optimizations on emulator. I mean, the fact that you can increase the resolution is already great, but like a native 60 FPS patch and just some more stability improvements would go such a long way. Like, I would actually play this game so much more often. It's actually so... Like, I don't want to say underrated because it obviously doesn't make sense. Like, this game wasn't really successful. But it's just no one talks about this game anymore. Like, no one cares, you know, about the first Forza. But it's so good, dude. Okay, crash and show the damage model. I could do that, yeah. Next race before I start for real, then we could just kind of demolish the car. Yeah, also classic Forza Fashion 1 car is always faster. I think that really only originated in FM5 when they introduced the driver task system. Here it is kind of like, I want to say more natural, because the way, you know, the AI works in the modern Forza games is they all have roughly the same performance, right? Like the performance gets balanced around whatever your cars, whatever you are driving. But in this game, the AI doesn't care. Like, each of the AI opponents has like a set car with like a set tuning. And it's up to you to just kind of like improve the cars, improve your own car enough that you can actually beat the opponents. I think we might win this actually. Yeah, let's go. And it just happens that usually there's like one guy that has the fastest car, you know? It's like just one AI opponent that's just generally faster than the rest. So in here it makes sense because it's natural. Like, it's not an issue of the AI or whatever. It's just the car is faster, you know? This car's great, what do you mean? Okay, so we do have some money to pimp the car further. I'm not sure if we can win on Laguna Seca with this. With this absolute boat. So I think I'll give it like a little bit more attention. Yeah, it's not a PT Bruiser, yeah. Oh, not tunings. Upgrades, there we go. The PT Bruiser. Yeah, we wanted to get the steelies, yeah. First things first, most important. I'm also gonna slam the car. I'm gonna slam the car as much as I can. It doesn't have any engine swaps. No supercharger. You can turbocharge it though. Okay, let's see suspension. I can afford this. I think we can, with this one, we can also change the ride height even more. So let's go tune car setup. Change setup. I've never done this here actually. Springs ride height. 5.8 inches. Sorry, I don't speak American units. We can actually change this. Let me do that right now. No, I think we have to go back further. Options. Put flames on the side. But actually, I don't think the game already had livery editing. I think that's something they introduced in FM2. Alright, let's see. 15 centimeters. Jesus. Metric. Anything else I want to change here? No, I think it's fine. By the way, how's the volume? Do you want me to turn up the game volume a little bit? I think it might be a little low. Okay, let's see this. Speaking of low, let's see how low the car is. Oh my god, dude. This looks like something straight out of Pimp My Ride, man. Look at this shit, dude. Absolute cinema. See, and this is the kind of shit you can only do in the first Forza. It's not possible in any other game. This is the only game that gives you the tools. The only thing that is still broken that I saw in terms of visuals is the rear view mirror. If you go bumper view. But what I want to try, can I change this back to default? Or maybe not here. I'll restore the audio settings how they were before and then just increase the master volume via Windows. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Let's review mirror anyways. I mean, pretty much. The fact that we're not scraping the tarmac here at all is honestly a wonder. Oh, there's another PT Cruiser in here. We're not alone, but I got the cooler one. Well, unsurprisingly, no chance here. We've had to upgrade the performance. But we had other priorities. Will say though, all things considered, it drives pretty well. I mean, honestly, like this car is not as big and heavy as it looks. Like it is fairly heavy. But obviously, honestly, like, this car looks like it's like nearing 2 tons. When it really isn't. It's also not as big in real life. I think this car's like 1.4 tons? Memory serves me right. I think that's something you can actually look up in this game. Game has good compatibility now. Yeah, I mean, it seems fine. You can definitely jump in for like a race or two. The main thing is really just stability. It's kind of, once again, like this is what the stream is kind of about. To see how stable this actually runs. If you're gonna have any frequent crashes or freezes. It's like the one thing I wasn't really properly able to test yet. So it's a hair over 1.5 tons. Okay, I mean, this is fairly heavy, honestly. But it's not as much as you think. Like, once again, like, looking at this, you'd think it's like nearing 2 tons. Well, it really isn't. This guy is better Laguna Seca than the crew. I mean, the crew, I think I can sort of forgive it, considering how big the map is. Could have done it better, though, for sure. I played FM1, but this would have looked great in 2005. Yeah, for sure. In 2005, this was... Like, once again, like, I wouldn't say it looks better than Gran Turismo 4. But there are aspects of it that look better. Like, once again, like the damage model, maybe also trackside detail. But I think, like, on average, like, just the general look on GT4 is still a little bit better. That being said, though, like, this looks still pretty good for its time. Okay, I don't think I can... Okay, you know what? I'm sorry, guys. I'm not, like, a massive fan of the, in-game soundtrack. I know it has a lot of fans, but... just ain't for me. Let's do this, and let me try to, increase the volume. On the game. Let's see. It's not what I wanted. Why is I know, like... audio slider? Why do I always have to open this? It's actually at 100. I thought I turned this down. That's why it's quiet. I mean, I could increase the volume for you guys at the very least. Let me do that. Game volume, zoop. Put it up. Hope I didn't break the 60 FPS. I might have actually. No, actually it still works. Okay, I guess we're not redoing this. Okay, with my 2,000 credits, can I buy at least something? Anything? Actually, yeah, there's custom soundtrack support. What soundtrack would I have playing for this? Maybe some of my favorite tracks from the previous GT games. I think that would fit pretty well. Buy some bread. For 2,000 credits, that's true. Is it enough for a turbocharger? That is enough. Puts us into D1 class. The classes here work very differently. There's actually like a bunch of classes. I think you have everything from D to S. Like in the regular Forza games, but in between you have like 3 and 4. Like numbers between 3 and 4. Maybe even 3 and 1. Maybe even 4 to 1. Don't quite remember, but yeah, there's like a lot more classes pretty much. Okay, let's try this here though. I mean, with this we're back in... Let's see if we can find like an event that has more tracks, but then again, we don't have anything unlocked yet. We could try a point-to-point race. These were so cool, man. Yeah, Pacific Shipyards. This is what I said earlier. Like, this is basically like a straight race. Only appeared in this game. Oh, so the car fits right in here. Oh, this track is cool though. I really, really enjoyed this one. And I will say, I think overall, I still prefer Forza Motorsport 2. But this game definitely had the better tracks. 100%. This game had way cooler tracks. I think also more in general, but I'm not sure. Yeah, come on, this thing is turbocharged. shit. It's trying to cut me off. Okay, good. That's like straight up street race, honestly. I mean, there are some barricades that indicate it really isn't. Like, see over there. But it just feels like one. Like, it feels like a race from Juiced, you know? It's probably the best comparison I have for this. Yeah, this is nice, dude. That's quite nice. I recommend George Russell, the real one, I think. Okay, I'm not sure if I can clutch it first here. I think the opponents here are a little bit faster than in the championship we tried earlier. Ouch. I have simulated damage enabled, so if I take too much damage, the car will eventually cease to function. You are the real one. How's things going at I used to have Mercedes. I haven't watched F1 in like 2 years. So I'm starting to slowly get back into it. I do want to watch the next race in Sanford. It's so close. I don't think I can take. I don't think I can pass him. I think we're not fast enough on the straight here. Actually, we're gaining. Hold on. I think we can still do this. Oh, nah. No way. I thought it was no. For a second, it was a chance, dude. Just a moment, dude. Okay. I think we can do the other races though. We have the FF Cup here. I could invest a little bit more into upgrades, I'm not sure. I just like maybe one more part to really make sure we win. But no crashes or freezes yet. Just want to point that out. So this would actually put us into C3 class. I hope that doesn't disqualify us, but then again, I don't think there were any performance restrictions. And we have 10% off these exhaust here. Because we already leveled up earlier. Let's see, how much does this give us? 15 kilowatts. That's 3. 7. Might be cheaper. Yeah, it's definitely cheaper to just do this here. To just go with the first set of upgrades. Yes. I think we do save a lot of money that way. Weight reduction is a really good idea. I think I can only afford this one, but it should be enough. I mean, this one only shaves up 30 kilos, not much. But it's better than nothing. Yeah, I think it should be fine. We weren't lagging that far behind. There's also a new track here that's not in any of the other Forza games, Alpine Ring. This game had such good original tracks, dude. I'm telling you. The original tracks in this game were killer. I don't think they reached the same level of like Bernese Alps from FM4, but honestly for what they are, they're pretty good. Day after tomorrow, your university life starts. Well, I hope you do better than me. Which is to say you visit university for more than 2 weeks. Oh yeah, this is much better. Yeah, this is much better. Look at us. Look at us flying, dude. Once again, this is hard difficulty, dude. You'll love to see it. And in this game, they also already had the credit bonuses based on what kind of like difficulty settings you're doing. Like they actually pioneered it in the first Forza already. Oh shit, okay, maybe I've botched that corner a little bit. Okay, don't go off track. I think this game also has the glue gravel, where the car just slows down dramatically if you go off track. Hot take, weight reduction should be at most 150 credits, as well requires a wrench, 2 humps, and 1 hour of work. Yeah, I mean, you could just remove like the seats, right? The unnecessary seats. I guess it's like you let someone else do it, you know? You pay someone else to do it. Double credits with all assists disabled, yeah. I think I disabled pretty much everything other than the ABS and ideal line. Yeah, FM2 has the most amount of personality. That's also honestly the reason why it's my favorite in the series. It just oozes style. Forza Motorsport 2. Like everything from the cover to the soundtrack to the menus, it's all just so good, dude. Nice voice crack. Shut up, I said earlier I have a bit of a throat ache. I get to have voice cracks. Today it's allowed. It should be forgiven. I think we can clutch this out though. This track is really fun. It's nice. The game so far, honestly, just as fun as I remember. Actually, even more fun than I remember. Because like the low resolution and frame rate was kind of like a thorn in my side back when I played this game the first time. Like playing this on a 360 or an OG Xbox is like, you know, it aged. But yeah, honestly, on emulator, with increased internal resolution, 60 FPS, this feels a lot better immediately. Yeah, the gameplay is still stuttery because, you know, we're frame generating 60 FPS. It's not a native patch that's applied here. Yo, excuse me? Yo? Man, we're using lossless scaling, in case anyone is wondering how I achieved 60 FPS. So the game is still running at 30 FPS. But it's just between every frame, there's an interpolated frame that the program generates. And yeah, that's obviously not perfect. And also in general, you know, the game ran at 30 FPS, but it wasn't the frame pacing wasn't really great back in the day. And so that doesn't really improve once you know, add frame generation. So that's why it still feels a little bit stuttery at times. Now right now there's no way to make any patches for Xemu. That's the thing. That's something we still have to wait for. And yeah, that would be undoubtedly way better. Just a native 60 FPS patch, because then you can then also go a step further. And if you want to then apply frame generation again, but instead of 60, you get 120 out of it. And you're running at a base frame rate of 60, which is better for your, you know, for the input latency. Like I use lossless scaling frame generation on Gran Turismo 4, and that shit was great, honestly. Because it didn't really feel much worse. Like the added input latency is negligible. Really don't really notice it unless you turn it on and off all the time. And it feels so smooth. Like that's kind of ideally where you want to use that program, when you have something that already runs at 60, to then increase it even further. But in this case, we're, you know, applying it on a game that's 30 FPS with suboptimal frame pacing. So results aren't amazing. They could be better. I'd say overall it's still an improvement. Still makes the game feel smoother overall. I'm getting passed on the inside here. What even is that? Honda. Does this game have some obscure cars? Lots of them, yeah. Lots and lots of them. Okay, I'm gonna try to go for a dive bomb here. Yes! I wanted to show the damage model, right? Remind me on the next race. LS works even better on SteamOS. Oh, really? Should I maybe try to add the game through Steam then? Would that make a difference? That's something I could try another time. Okay, let's not make the same mistake again. Let's just... make sure we hug the inside here. Shouldn't be able to take us... yeah, we'll take us on the outside. There we go. Easy. The GOAT PT Bruiser, man. Okay. I think on Road Atlanta we might still suffer. Actually... no, actually we should be fine. Handling is the bottleneck of the car at the moment. Speed should be fine. Yeah, there's Porsche in this, exactly. Although back in the day, EA had exclusive rights to Porsche. They still bought the rights off of EA, so they can have Porsche here. Okay. Let's smash some cars. I remember I've done exactly this as well on my first playthrough, just going backwards. Oh, feels weird to drive this track in reverse. What the hell is this? I don't think I've ever done that. You ever seen PT Cruises in Germany? There used to be a lot of them here. I would say like back in the late 2000s. There used to be a lot of PT Cruises here in Germany, but nowadays they're very rare. Every now and then you still see one, but... yeah, they used to be huge. In Germany. Okay. Boom. Impact audio is kind of quiet. But look at the damage on the Focus. That's actually still one of the more tame models, honestly. Also, the car is completely total now. I'm full accelerating here. That's actually still one of the more tame models. Oh, there's a wing mirror. That's a wing mirror of the Focus. Oh, that's funny. But it was actually still fairly tame. Like you can totally lose like bumpers and hoods here in this game. Does the reverse gear still work? Maybe? Oh, the steering is completely broken. Tis but a scratch. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, on some cars the damage model is even better. You can watch my video on Forza Motorsport 1. It's a little bit older, but I did a damage model test in that game, in that video as well. And I managed to create a complete pile-up of cars, and they were just parts all over the place. They're not just wing mirrors, but also bumpers and everything. Absolutely nuts. Who said here was it plates for wheels? This was a collective agreement between the chat and the streamer. I would say the lighting looks really good in this though. Like if you look into the distance, how there's like some, I forgot what it's called, but some distant fading on the trees and everything. That looks really good. That does look really, really good. And also like some of the signs in the distance. Yeah, if you wanna check my settings for, oh Christ. For Gran Turismo 4, type in exclamation mark, what was it, GT4 setup, I think? So basically just fog. Yeah, distant fog. Maybe what I'm thinking about, yeah. Yeah, there you go. It's been a while since I updated that one. But most things should still work just fine. But look at this. PT Cruiser still sweeping, man. I know I was gonna do better here on this track. Got a free car. 2 free cars, in fact. And Pretzel. This one. Okay, I'm not a fan of this one. Are we saying goodbye to Project Cars 3? Because the game will be delisted tomorrow. So you will not be able to buy the game anymore starting Monday. That is why. Okay, should we switch to another car? Or do we want to stick to the... Do we stick to the PT Cruiser? I mean, it's clearly the best car we have at the moment. If we ignore the other ones. Yeah, it's usually because of brand licensing, yeah. At least I assume so. I mean, this car is way faster. So let's just get into this one. If you already own the game, you're fine. We could try another street race here. I know there's some other tracks here as well. Fujimi Kaido, my beloved, dude. I totally forgot that this track was already in the first Forza. I thought they introduced this one in 4. But it's not true. I think they brought it back in 4 and improved it. Yeah, that's such a shame. We're gonna talk about it more when we get to Project Cars 3. Also, I just damaged my engine from revving. Cool. But it's really quite a shame that they never put it on discount at all. But it looks very different. Especially if you compare how Fujimi Kaido looks like nowadays in the most recent Forza. It looks unrecognizable. Like, you could not tell that this is the same track, honestly. That being said, I still think it looks pretty good here. I do think it still looks quite good here. I mean, what matters is the layout, obviously, right? That's what made this track so special. And it's just as good here. But it's definitely very different for Fujimi Kaido. I don't think it's the same. We could try to do some multiplayer in PC3, yeah. Because that game's multiplayer has been dead for years. So maybe like just seeing it alive one more time would be nice. I mean, they do shut down the servers later. I think, what was it, in February next year? So there's still ample time to play that game on multiplayer, but yeah. I mean, we can use the occasion. Yeah, I can play Project Cars 3 offline. You can play that one just fine. Thank God. The unfortunate thing is, I think if it was always online, there wouldn't be people wouldn't make as much of a stink of it, because it's like people already didn't like the game. So if it gets completely unplayable, I don't think many people would be like too upset, but it still would suck. Well, this version of Fujimi Kaido is quite nice. Gotta be honest. You climb B. Yeah, this is actually not in reverse. It's the next section. Yeah, I'm curious to see what happens with Need for Speed 2015. Because there's been no news. But on the flip side, EA doesn't really seem like they want to shut down the game, at least not yet. I mean, they are shutting down Rivals. So that kind of indicates that in 2 years they want to also shut down 2015. However, I think 2015 still has a decent amount of players compared to Rivals. So we just gotta see, man. It'll happen when it'll happen, and they better have some kind of offline plan, or it's just gonna rain a lot of hate and negative PR. Ooh. But speaking about delisted games, I wanted to kind of look into some of the old F1 games, the old Codemasters F1 games, namely 2010 and 2013. Dude, these games are unaffordable now. I think they're selling F1 2010 for $500 on key sites. And that's on a gamble that you even get a working game. There's no guarantee. It's actually insane. You know, since I do think it's kind of like unfortunate since that I only played Project Cars 3 and not at least the second one. I also kind of wanted to see if I can still buy Project Cars 2 in some way, because that one was also delisted already. I think that one's like 80 or $70, so pretty much full price. I mean, it could have been worse, but yeah. Also, you don't want to pay full price for a game that's already like, what, 10 years old? Or maybe not quite, but approaching 10 years old. Yeah, it kind of sucks because, like, you know, with racing games, if they get delisted so soon and all the time, it kind of makes the FOMO kick in, you know, with a bunch of racing games. Like, knowing that at some point you will not be able to, like, legally buy the game anymore, and you won't ever have it on Steam if you don't buy it on time. You know, it kind of incentivizes people to just buy games that they might not even care about. Just so they can have them and keep them, you know. I think it kind of sucks. I completely busted up the sides of the car. But seems to work just fine. This version of Fujimi Kaido is so weird. You can see Mount Fuji in the background there. Low poly, low resolution version of it. But that's interesting. Ooh, what do we get? Interesting. Evo 8. FQ 330 version. I wonder what's different about this one. Maybe there's a different drive chain. We can use it. can just switch to it. Nah, it's still all-wheel drive. Might just be a regular one. I do want a different paint on this one though. That's a nice yellow here actually. Let's go with that. Could also do fake carbon here, since once again, like, there's no livery editor here yet, so you're gonna have to kinda... You're gonna have to cheat a little bit. Do it with paint. The yellow Evo in Forza. It's real. I don't think this needs any upgrades yet. We can save the money to buy a car later. Okay, let's see. So we can do the Asia Cup, we can do an all-wheel drive cup here. That's about it. For the other ones we need to buy cars. That's why I want to kind of save my money. Blue Mountains Raceway. New track. If you go to the second last column and then all the way to the right, there is real carbon. Really? Okay, I'm gonna check it out right now. Before I forget. The variator is titled Apply Decals. Was that a full livery editor? I thought this was just like a small thing where you can just kind of like apply yeah, well, decals and stuff, I guess. But I might be wrong. Where's the second last column on the right? Oh, you're right! That is real fake carbon. Nice. Uh-huh. I gotta admit, I don't think I messed with this. Oh no, there is a full-blown... Okay, I was completely wrong on that, actually. There is a full livery editor in this. I did not know that. That's insanely cool that they had this on the first game already. Sick. Anything we can put on there? Yeah, look at it. It just works. That is nuts. Can I mirror this? Tilt? I like to mirror this one. I don't think I can. This will have to do then. Cool. I honestly didn't know that. Because it's only on the left side now though, right? Oh wait, I see how this works. Go to the right side and then we say paste all from left side. Aha! Now we mirrored it. Nice. Okay, so let's check out this new track here. Blue Mountains Raceway. They weren't really that creative with the names though. For being honest. I haven't even checked the opponents. Not sure if actually we should be quite a bit faster than the rest. And yeah, one thing I also want to point out. No crash or freeze yet. That surprises me actually. Like off stream I played the game on this emulator for like 30 minutes and then I ran into a freeze. But wasn't sure if that was just like a bad coincidence or whatever. Oh, we've been playing for an hour now. Just fine. With 0 issues. That is more than surprising to me. Like, I was gonna say, like, if this game crashes and freezes every 30 minutes, it's like, you know, like, you can play it for like a round or two, but like, I wouldn't recommend anyone to do a full playthrough. Because it's obviously gonna be annoying. You're gonna have to redo races, especially the longer ones. It's gonna be really annoying. But honestly, if it runs the way it does now, an hour with no issues is really good. Yeah, I noticed that as well. I need to stop slamming the throttle on the start. Damages the engine. Track is called Blue Mountains is green, yeah. I think the devs were colorblind. I just had to guesstimate what colors they're using. Yeah, it's kind of like a little bit inspired by Mount Panorama. It's like the same rough layout and vibe to it. That's one thing they could implement it with it into the emulator, which would be kind of cool. If you could just put in the disc onto into a disk drive, and then have it play from there. It's something you can do on the PS2 emulator. If you have any PS2 games still at home, you don't even need to dump the games from them. Just get an external disk drive if you don't have one in your PC. Put it in, you can play it from there. Game will just will read it just fine. I think this car is a June body kit. We can check out the customization again with us. The only time we checked out customization was with the Cruiser. And it was pretty damn good if I do say so myself. So I'd be curious to see how this is with like an actual proper JDM car here. From experience playing using from a PS2 game disc causes a lot of stutters. I mean, I think that kind of depends on the kind of disk drive you're having though. Because like I used to have like an actual like disk drive straight up connected to the PC. Like straight to the motherboard, I mean, on my old computer. I didn't have any issues there. But I can imagine if you're using an external disk drive like that's connected via USB, then it's maybe a little bit tricky. By that point, not much is stopping you from just dumping it. I was using a slim DVD drive through USB, yeah. I can imagine that might be why. So if you have like an actual like proper optical disc drive that's connected properly through to the PC, not an external one, probably gonna have the better results. But let's be honest, who still has that? You're not gonna find many modern cases that still have slots to put like discs in. It's kind of like a lost art, so to say. Slowly dying out. Okay, let's see the customization for this though. We can do rims as well. Oh, you can even do different colors here. Interesting. I kind of forgot. Nah, there's no June kits here. But I think wasn't one of these from Fast and Furious? I just don't remember the car too well anymore. But Varys and Sea West are both pretty cool. Okay, this looks a little cursed. That's not bad then. I'm honestly so surprised how good the default Forza body kits look. I mean, just a stock bumper with like the exhaust fitted through the bumper and a massive diffuser. Totally works. Yeah, Forza Aero actually looked good in the first 3 Forza games. What was the game where they ruined it? Wasn't it? Was that Forza? Yeah, it was Forza Motorsport 5, I think. I think that's when they cooked it. Look at this pixel mess of an engine. That's kind of funny. That could be anything. That could literally be anything. I really like the stock Evo spoiler. Hey, look at this. Those are Forza wings. Like, sure, they're very basic, but they all look better than the one we have right now. Especially because, I think it's because they look more basic that they just work better, because you can just fit them on any car and it's gonna look fine. SC West one is pretty nice. No roll cage, interesting. Oh, and you can... Oh! Oh! I can change the rear lights again, that's cool. Nice, dude. I remember there was also a rarity rating, so all of this actually increased the rarity. I think the rarity rating was relevant for when you wanted to sell cars online. That's gotta be BBs, right? Also not bad though. We should definitely increase the size. I'm not doing the plates again. These just look like the stock rims, honestly. Or some stock rims I've seen before. These also look pretty good. Like, they look so stupidly high quality. It's ridiculous. Why are the rims so high quality? I don't get it. Okay, I'm gonna be basic here, guys. I'm sorry. You could also increase the size, but I think it was somewhere else. Oh, could you? Could you not increase the size of the wheels in this? Maybe you couldn't. I guess that's it. So impossible upgrading the tires themselves. Ah, okay. So it's tied to the wheel upgrades. Gotcha. Silverstone is also, well, I say new, but in the sense we haven't seen it yet. And yeah, we're still running. Like, there's still no crashes or freezes. Actually, nuts. And we've gone through so many races already. I like that they made the weather authentic, by the way, for this. Authentic British weather. That's what every day in Britain looks like. by this point in FM23 would have run out of content. Hyperbole, but true. I mean, honestly, half the stuff we've done so far, you cannot do in the new Forza for sure. Like the customization, the point-to-point race we did earlier. Half the tracks we've seen. Also just championships with like prize cars. Not sure if you get prize cars on the new FM. I know it has like cups that are themed around like certain car types, but I'm not sure if you even get anything from completing them. Kinda for gore. This is the game that was actually built from the ground up, yeah. Yeah, it's like, you know, I talked about it a little bit when we were doing the IGN face-off last weekend. Like, this game might not necessarily be as talked about nowadays. Might not be as, like, culturally relevant. But I have so much respect for this game. What they managed to do here on their very first attempt is ridiculous. Like, car handling that's genuinely good. Like, the handling is fun here. It's not, like, super, like, in-depth. But, it's fun to drive cars. The handling is great. Loads of car models with damage models with customization, which Gran Turismo didn't have back in the day. Cool car list. Cool track list, I mean. Cool car list as well, I guess. And livery customization. I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought they introduced that in FM2, but that's not true. Already had it here. Like, for your first game, that's a lot of content. That is a ridiculous amount of content. Like, think about where other racing games franchises started and what they looked like in the beginning. I doubt you'll find any other game that managed to deliver as much content as this on the first attempt. Like, on the first entry. So I have tons of respect for this game. Once again, it might not be my favorite in the series, but I respect it the most. I think really the only thing where they dropped the ball in this game is really just the car sounds. Or just generally the audio. It's not just the car sounds. Audio in general is really low quality here. Yeah, it's definitely the best one of all the Gran Turismo clones, yeah. I mean, it's fair to call this a Gran Turismo clone. Like, just because it's a clone doesn't mean it, you know, is exactly the same and they wanted to copy everything. Because, like, obviously this game does a lot of things differently and at times even better than Gran Turismo. However, just the general progression and career structure is, like, one-to-one with how Gran Turismo 3 worked. Now, even the menus work roughly the same, you know. And that's okay, you know, it's fine. Like, I think any great game was inspired by something else. Yeah, I think this sounded worse than Gran Turismo at the time, yeah. Because the thing is, with Gran Turismo, it's just the sounds themselves are just inaccurate, right? Like the car sounds. In this game, they are also very compressed. Like, or they sound extremely compressed. So not only are like car sounds not accurate, but they also sound just low quality. And stuff like tire screeching sounds very mechanical. I think that's also like another area where, you know, like Gran Turismo at least sounded decent. Especially in the fourth one. Noom. Okay, we're actually making some bank. I want a car. 240 SX. I think this was one of the starter cars you could have picked. We just got it now from a price. That's nice. Where do we go next? We could try to do more of these here. Roadster challenge. Model family roadster. So I guess I mean any Miata. Let's do the Miata Cup here. Let's do something funky. Pretty sure we can afford one at this point. Right, we can also have a look through the car list. 231 cars is also crazy for the first game. And there's very niche stuff in here. I know for a fact you cannot actually check out all the cars that the game has here. Because a lot of them are reserved for prize cars. But I got pretty cool niche stuff here, like this here. I've never seen this car in my life before. I don't know what this is. So that's cool, you know. Mark 3 Supra. And already some tuner cars. I think in Motorsport 2 they added a lot more of these. That's where that game really like exceeded in like these tuner cars here. But they already had a couple in here. I can't buy these yet. I see, those are prize cars, I think. Yeah, okay. It's actually nice that you can see the prize cars here and you can check out where to get them. It's actually a nice feature. Because that way you can still let yourself be surprised if you want to. But if you want something specific, you can look for it. GT1. We wanted to get the Miata. Freya. Let's see. Oh, can I not get it yet? Actually, I can get this one. I think it's the master speed. This is something that I think is quite a shame with modern Forza games. I think it's like a total miss that from the NB generation they only have the master speed in the newer Forza games. That is such a miss to me, honestly. It's nice that they still have like a stock NB here. I mean, some kind of like sport variant. But one of my best friends from school actually drives one of these. He could probably tell me more about it. That's actually the color that he's using. If you remember the GT Friend ad spot that I did on YouTube, this was the car we used to film. Looks roughly the same as this. I think some of the bumpers are different. And he exchanged it for a hardtop now. Like he swapped out the soft top for a hardtop. I think this one we might have to juice up a little bit though. Oh, not set up. You can actually add the Mazda speed kit if you want to. I see. Interesting. So like a Need for Speed Underground type build here. I should honestly put it in performance. Because the car might not actually be fast enough. Okay, Forza wings look a little here. I think I'll give it like a small spoiler here. Ah, can change the relights, okay. I mean, weight reduction is a little overkill for this car. Also, I don't think it does much. I think that this car just needs this performance. I think handling should be fine. Just gotta give it more juice. How about the turbo? Engine swap. RX-7 engine. You can put a rotor in this. So this gives us 19. I think this time it might be worth it. Actually, most worth it is the turbo. Turbo, maybe... Can I still afford this? No. Some of the smaller stuff here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I think now... Yeah, now I'm a brokey. Way direction for what? There's nothing there, yeah. My thoughts exactly. Road stick up. Oh, we actually have... Ah, Road America as well. Let's go there first, actually. There's actually other cars in here other than... Ah. Honda is... We're gonna get clapped here, I think. Porsches as well. Oops. Okay. Let's hope the tuning, I mean, honestly, tuning seems to have done a lot. This car is actually quite fast. Oh, Jesus Christ. Holy dive bomb. Yeah, that's the average Porsche driver, dude. Yeah, I think this car needs more juice, dude. I think I'll have no chance against the Porsches. Let's see how this turns out. Yeah, Forza Strat engaged. Handling could be better, but it is fine. The problem is I don't have any money right now. So I think we have to come back here later. We can do the rear-wheel drive cup with this one, and I do think this car should be fast enough. Although I think we might have a faster car in our garage. Yeah, we got options, Let's see. I mean, that one's still faster. That one's slower. I guess we're going back to the Sora. And just secure ourselves some cash. Maple Valley. I don't think we've seen that one yet. The original Maple Valley. Pretty much the poster track of the series. Ah, Super might be... Actually, this is a tuned car. It'll be fine. But it's interesting, like the original Maple Valley looks a little colorless, doesn't it? It's kind of surprising to see how it kind of like became the poster child track of the series. Because there wasn't anything too special in this iteration, I think, yet. Some of the other tracks are more... stand out a little bit more. I ain't got nothing on Autumn Ring. I would say, some of the original Forza tracks can be better than Gran Turismo's original tracks. In my humble opinion. Oh, Jesus. Stop spinning! Oh, this is really bad. Oh, okay, it's over. It's actually so over. Okay, I can still drive. Oh, there's another crash here. Actually, maybe... Okay, I think I can still win this one. The gearbox is properly cooked. Yeah. The engine's fine. Yeah, the shifting times are terrible. Actually, first place is so far ahead. I'm not sure if I can still save this. I'm not sure if I'm still believing. Okay, maybe get third place, but that's about it. I'm not sure how strong the rubber band is in this game. If there even is any. That's one thing about the Forza games, or at least the Motorsport ones. They didn't have too much rubber band. I would say Gran Turismo was typically way worse when it comes to rubber banding. Especially 1 and 2, like holy shit. Now we got close, but not close enough. I think if I had another lap, like a third lap, I think I could have still won. But as is, yeah, that's like the other thing. There were no rewinds in this one yet. I think they introduced rewinds in 3. Yeah, it was 3. Second at least, maybe? Shit! Oh, so close. Look at the total time. God damn it. Dude, because of the damage, I didn't even get any money from this. Because like if you damage your car, there's a penalty on the prize money. Oh, that sucks. One of these rewinds. I do think rewinds are an interesting topic because I feel like on some games they're borderline necessary, but in other games I feel like they kind of ruin the fun. It kind of depends on the game. Like if it's the kind of racing game where you have to be first or you will not proceed, I think rewinds are kind of necessary. But if it's the kind of game where if you make a mistake, like you know, everything can just proceed as normal. It's just you're gonna have to deal with the consequence of like less money and stuff. Then I guess it's fine. Ouch. Like I know the modern F1 games, they have rewinds. I think they're probably more fun without. That being said, I still play them with them enabled. Let's say, for example, in Grid. Like the first Grid, or generally the Grid games. I think they need rewinds. Without rewinds, they're too frustrating. Or same with the Dirt games. Because you will just hit a wall eventually. They're too prevalent now and teach bad habits. Yeah, that might be true, yeah. I think that's kind of the problem that the Forza games have nowadays, like the Horizon ones. Like in the modern Horizon games, you don't really need rewinds, honestly, because it doesn't really matter if you win or lose. But obviously people still use them. This increases the likelihood you're gonna be in first. And it kind of reinforces bad driving habits in single player, because you're, you know, taking way too many unnecessary risks, and then you take those driving lessons into multiplayer, and that is why everyone in Forza sucks. You know? How do today, you handsome fella? I'm doing pretty well. Hope you're doing well as well. Rollbach. Yes, this is FM1. This is the very, very first Forza game. Running on a PC emulator. Yeah. So getting some penalties for damage. Probably lost a bunch of money. At least in total. Yeah, the New York City track is very, very similar to GT4's. I mean, both tracks are based on real roads in New York City. Like, they're both going through Times Square. I also need to stop slamming the gas on in the beginning. I'm ruining my engine. Like, they're both based on real roads. It's just that the track in GT4 takes a couple more turns, like around a couple blocks, whereas the one in Forza just goes straight. I'm not sure which I like better, honestly. It's true, it's called Mazda Raceway here, right? Not Laguna Seca. WeatherTech Raceway. What it's called. It's always so weird to me when a track gets a different name. I mean, it still has the Laguna Seca thing in it, at least. I think Infineon is the worst example. Like, Infineon getting renamed to Sonoma Raceway feels so strange. What song is this? Let me check. It's called Border 17 from Ollie King. They say 1770. And there are two versions of the song. You're gonna have to look for the correct one. Remember when Donington Park got named Simply Sausages? That didn't happen. That didn't happen. You're baiting me. You're trolling me. That didn't happen. That's fake. Right? Ah! Blue gravel. Can't really cut over here. It was sponsored by Simply Sausages. What even is that? Is that a brand that sells sausages? I mean, what else would it be, I guess? It was a Top Gear joke. Okay. So I was low-key trolled. Brand that sells Simply. Okay, got it. Sausages is just the guy who owns the company. Okay, let's try this again without spinning out. Still cooking the engine, god damn it. Just giving it a few reps. I can see the temperature here as well. I've never seen it rise. Maybe if you play on manual and you miss a few shifts. Or if you're playing endurance races. They're probably gonna see that rise up. Forza Motorsport 4 was your first Forza game. How can you even play that today without an Xbox 360? On the Xenu emulator is how you want to do it today. It's kind of tricky to set up, but you can type in. Okay, what's the command? Exclamation mark Forza setup, and just one word. I wrote a setup guide where you can set it up on PC. It's a little tricky though. Like, you're gonna need a bit of patience. I hope that guide still works. I think I updated it recently. Or recently, I mean like a couple months ago. But things always change with emulators, so I can't promise that it'll 100% work, but it definitely worked at one point. Gonna try to fix the OG Xbox and you're playing this. Man, I wouldn't even know where to start with fixing an old console, dude. What broke? Yeah, that's the thing. Xenu Manager exists. That's not part of the guide. Because it was written before it was a thing. So I'd have to completely overhaul the guide to include it. Still bad to use the October 5th build. Figured by now maybe there's been some changes, but guess not. Yeah, Dustin. Were you at Gamescom? Or are you going to Gamescom? Actually, today's the last day, I guess. Were you at Gamescom? Nah, yeah, me neither. Me neither. I wanted to go at the end, but wasn't able to. Yeah, they are handing out creator tickets. Not again. Okay. I did apply for one and they rejected me. For the 4th time. 4th rejection, I think. Yeah. Collecting these now. I know Xbox was there. Ooh. Nice. Train and drive it. Oh yeah, I forgot you can do this. This game also has a B-spec mode. But it works more like in Gran Turismo 5, where you actually have to train the driver over time. That's actually kind of funny. I think I only used it like once, maybe. Okay, let's see if we can get this Miata competitive. It needs to beat the Porsches, man. You must have been very neutral after the rejection. I was very neutral, yes. I mean, honestly, the first 3 rejections were okay. It was just kind of annoying because the problem is they didn't specify the entry requirements. like what kind of like numbers they're looking at for me to like actually attend. So it's like, well, okay, I don't know what kind of like size of creators you're looking for, which makes it hard for me to like, you know, understand like, okay, you know, either they want me there or they don't want me there. Nowadays, they did post the entry requirements, like what kind of size you should have as a creator to get a creator ticket. Which, like, by the way, I understand why they have this. I know it sounds kind of like weird, but they have that so that, you know, they don't have like a million creators running into the Gamescom and, you know, it just becomes overcrowded. And they are, it turns out the requirements are very high, like very, very high. And the thing is, I don't actually meet them. Like, I think on, it kind of depends. Like, they ask for different numbers based on the kind of platform you're active on. And so in my case, that's YouTube. And so for YouTube, I think you need to have like a minimum of, I forgot what it was, either 200,000 or 250,000 subscribers. Which I don't have. However, they did also say, if you think you should get a ticket anyways, even if you're not hitting the numbers, you can basically write that into your application. And what I wrote is basically like, hey, you know, I'm one of the few successful racing game creators, and I'd love to cover some of the racing games at Gamescom, you know. Since I'm in Germany, but you know, my target audience is international, because I obviously do my stuff in English. I was like, hey, you know, I can do good coverage on like everything racing on Gamescom, and yeah, it wasn't good for them. Wasn't good enough for them. Was not good enough for them. To be honest, like, maybe in this case I get it, because as far as I could see, there is like nothing racing related on Gamescom, like at Gamescom this year. Like, they actually got nothing. There's not a single racing game booth anywhere. I think there's like Moza, I think, has like their sim booth where you can just check out some hardware, but it's like, I don't give a fuck about that. Like, it's, I'm gonna be honest. So I think that's why they ended up rejecting me. This guy is going completely white. What is he doing? I think that's why they ended up rejecting me. Which in that sense is like, okay, you know. The fact that it's the 4th time they're rejecting me is a little annoying, but, you know. I think I can beat the Porsche, if I look in. A Project Motor Racing at a booth, okay. Yeah, I don't care about that either. It's just the next sim. That doesn't really interest me too much. Yeah, that's ultimately my feeling. Like, I don't think I missed much at Gamescom this year. I think this year's Gamescom was very weak. There's just not enough there. Or at least not enough for me that interests me. Like, last year was packed, dude. In fact, the last 2 years were quite packed. But there was at least like 3 booths I wanted to check out. But this year, honestly, I don't think I missed anything. The thing is, like, at the end I still thought about just going anyways, because even if there's nothing there, it's like, you know, you do it for the experience, you know. You can kind of like just attend for the experience. And it's like, you know, not everyone gets the chance to go to Gamescom. I'm very lucky where I live extremely close to it. It's like a 40-minute train ride, and I'm there, you know. Okay, I don't think I can get him anymore. Actually, there's a chance. If he takes this full speed, I'm cooked. If he breaks, I can win. Okay, I took a full speed, I'm cooked. Damn. Ah, goddammit, dude. So close. So if I'm already close to Gamescom, I feel like I should at least like use that privilege, you know, and just go anyways. If anything, I can just kind of, you know, meet friends, creator colleagues, you know, and just have a good day. The problem is I had like no money for it. I was dry as fuck this month, man. Because the problem is like my old graphics card, my old GPU. I didn't die, but like one of the fans died, and so the graphics card was constantly overheating, which caused my PC to crash several times. And also just some of the stuff that I try to stream over the last couple of months were just lagging. Like if you were there on the F121 stream, F125 stream, that shit was just lagging because the graphics card was throttling so hard. So I had to get a new graphics card, and that cost me everything that I had. Like that took everything that I had to buy that one. Like at the end of the month, near the middle of this month, until I got paid by YouTube, I had 20 bucks in my bank account. Like literally just 20 bucks. That's all I had. So that's not enough for a ticket, you know. So it was a bit unfortunate this year. With, you know, still not getting creator ticket and also not being able to afford the ticket in the first place. Yeah, I could change the fan. The thing is, I wanted to upgrade my GPU anyways. Like, I was running a 3070, which, like, to be honest, for most people is more than fine. 3070 can still last you many, many years. Even if you want to play new games. The thing is, for me, it was kind of running... it was kind of starting to be a problem, because some of the games I wanted to cover, I was not able to cover properly. So, for example, JDM, I wasn't able to, like, fully play on the highest graphics settings. So, graphics is one thing I wasn't able to talk about in my review video, for example. Or, with the F125 stream, since I was sponsored by EA, which means I didn't get paid by them, I just got the game for free. One of the guidelines was that I need to play the game on at least high settings. Which, the GPU was struggling so hard to do that even. And yeah, it would just kind of suck if in the future I couldn't really take these opportunities anymore, where I just play like new games and show them off for you guys, because my graphics card is just not good enough, you know. So at some point I had to get a new one anyways. So I figured out, you know, instead of now spending money to replace a graphics, to replace the fan of a GPU, I honestly shouldn't even use anymore. I might as well just upgrade. So, yeah. But it kind of sucks. Like, I really would have liked to go to Gamescom, but not with 20 bucks in my bank account. Ain't gonna happen. I'm not gonna go into debt over a fucking Gamescom ticket, dude. That's just not. This is not anything. That's not something you should do. Yeah. EA specifically told us, like, if we wanna show off the new F1 game, it has to be on high graphics settings. So this is a GeForce 970 super based. That was my my graphics card for the longest time. In fact, that's the graphics card I used the longest on the PC that I built in 2016. Used it for 8 years. 970 was such a good card, man. I actually beat the Porsches this time around. Haha. I knew we could beat them. Ooh, Mugen Integra Type R. Wait, I didn't win every race though. So I guess getting second is enough? Interesting, I didn't know. Wait, oh, I probably got it. No, okay. I probably got it because of a level up. Never mind, I thought it was a reward for the championship, but no, it's probably for a level up that I got it. Okay. Yeah, 10 series NVIDIA was pretty good. Like, I hear a lot of good things about the 1080 Ti. I know that's not what I want to do. Okay, this card needs even more juice. What am I gonna do here? Today better brakes, maybe? I do want to go even better tires. They look really stupid if I do this. We'd have to change the tires themselves. I can put in a better intercooler. Puts it into A class. I think at that point it should be able to keep up with the Porsches. We were faster as long as we were in the slipstream. Throw in that RX-7 engine. Oh, we unlocked the professional events. I think that's what I got the Integra for. Yes. What else do we have here? Z challenge. Oh, we can use our Lancer here. Okay, let's try this again. Wonder if your 1070 would do okay emulating this. So from what I understand, OG Xbox emulation is very demanding currently. I mean, I can turn on the performance overlay here if you want. So I'm on a Ryzen 7 7700X and RTX 5070 Ti, which is pretty high end. It's like the affordable high end, I would say, like before it gets stupid. And I'm using 36% of my GPU, and yeah, around like 35% to 30% on the CPU, which isn't a lot, but like once again, this is pretty killer hardware. In general, emulation definitely relies more on CPU. Like many people's gaming PCs are bottlenecked for the GPU. Like the GPU is the bottleneck on a lot of people's systems. So that's probably where you're gonna run into issues. GPU is probably not gonna be the problem. It's the question with emulation is always what CPU do you have. But at the end of the day, you know, emulation is free. Just try it out, you know. At worst, it's just gonna cost you a bunch of time to set it up, you know. And even then, if you have it set up, it's set up. You know, if at any point you wanna upgrade some parts on your PC, well then you can just do that, you know. You already have it set up, you don't need to do it again, then you can just play. But on my PC, I guess you can see, like, since I'm hitting the same rough percentages on both GPU and CPU, it's a lot more balanced. Like, which is kind of what I wanted as a, you know, as a creator. I need a good CPU so I can render stuff and stream without any issues. I think it's an i5 12600. That shouldn't be too bad, honestly. I mean, I'm not super familiar with Intel CPUs. But it doesn't sound like it should be that much of a bottleneck. It should be fine. Yeah, try it out. Ah! Okay, I might lose this again because of poor driving. And because the Porsche rammed me. Pushed me further into the grass. No problem, man. Hope it runs well. But once again, like, OG Xbox emulation is pretty demanding at the moment, actually. Like, you will definitely have more success emulating PlayStation 2. That I can say for sure. But one thing I definitely also want to try is PS4 emulation. I think I'm not sure if I will do it next week. But one stream I will definitely try to play Drive Club on the PS4 emulator. Because I would really love to see firsthand how that runs. The CPU that I have is a Ryzen 7 7700X. You can also just scroll down and check out my specs there. They're linked under the stream if you want to see the rest. I don't think we'll reach that Porsche anymore. This championship is kind of cooked. I mean, we could further try to improve the Miata. I feel like at that point we're gonna start to see diminishing returns with the money we spent on the upgrades. I feel like at that point it might actually just be better to buy a new car. I'm not sure how expensive the Porsches are here. Could check the car dealer. I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't have done too badly if I wasn't rammed off. If I wasn't rammed off, I could have won this. My corner's just really tricky. I even managed to catch up a little bit. Honestly, it should be possible. I would say it's gonna run between 25 to 35 FPS. You mean Drive Club? I think what I saw with Drive Club on gameplay is that it varies a lot. You're definitely not gonna get a clean 60 FPS yet, because optimization isn't there. But it depends heavily on the track and the conditions. Like stuff like time trials during just regular day or night without any weather should be fine. Okay, let's check the Porsche. Let's see how expensive it is. This one. It's not that expensive. It's also not that much faster than what we have right now. So the Porsches in the championship are definitely tuned. Near top of the line CPU. Yeah, something like a 9K X3D, 9K something X3D. 9800 I think is like one of the more top end ones. I mean the 77X is not that bad. It's pretty good. It's like only like 20% off like the top end I think. From what I saw. Maybe even a little bit less. It's pretty good. But I think the X3D is kind of more what's gonna gimp me there. I mean I can try it out. I can test it. I'll look into it. Maybe we'll do that next stream. Some Drive Club emulation. I wanna get back into the Evo. Although this Miata is apparently faster. Just roughly same acceleration. This one has more speed. This one has better handling. Miata might actually beat the Evo actually on the track. That's pretty funny. Let's do more point-to-point races. And that would be Fujimi Kaido downhill. That's pretty rad actually. We've only done uphill. What do I have here? Okay, we've already done the hill climb. Weren't there other tracks here? Can't remember. I mean, we can also check the new set of events we unlocked here. Professional. Which cars are eligible? I guess it's B class. There's a dedicated Miata Cup here, god damn it. First place receives the Mazda MX-5 Mazda Speed. That one I could have used for the Roadster Cup, god damn it. Okay, so I guess we want to unlock that first. Now we can win the Mazda Speed and then we can attempt the Roadster Championship again. Gotta figure it out. Okay, let's see how this is downhill. Probably a lot more intense, I would say. But yeah, like, genuinely this Fujimi Kaido has nothing to do with the one that you guys are familiar with. Like, honestly, like, I don't have the layout fully in mind. Nah, it can't be the same one. Because it's two separate tracks that are point to point. When the regular is Fujimi Kaido is just like one lap basically, one full lap. So I would say this is actually completely different. I wouldn't be surprised if the layout is actually different as well. Yeah, we already retired the PT Bruiser. We ran out of things to use it for. But it served us well. Got us started. But we've been playing with 60 FPS for a while. I'm now at a point where I feel kind of used to the 60 FPS, so I'm gonna turn it off to see how it feels without. Oh, you can't even see it. Yeah. So this is the base frame rate of the game. This is how it is without frame generation. That feels really bad now. This is what I mean. This is like one thing where, you know, that bothered me when I first played the game. Aged pretty badly in terms of like just, you know, frame rate. I think the problem is that there's no motion blur, right? I think with some motion blur, this wouldn't feel as bad. Because I keep in mind, Forza Horizon 1 also runs at 30. It's the same frame rate. But it just feels way worse here. I think it's because there's zero motion blur. And also, like, now that I turned frame generation off, the input latency should be better. It should be better, but it doesn't feel that much better, honestly. The car doesn't feel like massively more direct and controllable. So, like, honestly, like, the input lag is very, very negligible on this. It's like slightly more, or slightly less delayed, but not enough that it makes a big difference for me, if I'm being honest. Well, so yeah, I think I definitely prefer playing with lossless scaling enabled. Okay, I'm not sure if it's gonna work now because I messed around with OBS a bunch. Okay, no. Oh yeah, this is much nicer. This is much nicer. It's still not 100% smooth because and the game doesn't have great frame pacing. I think it's also like a reason why the 30 FPS feels so much worse than it should be. Because the game has really odd frame pacing, and that's still noticeable when you enable frame generation. It's definitely better and more smooth, but not perfect. But I mean, it's as good as it gets for now. And probably as good as it gets for a very long time. Like, I don't see community patches and 60 FPS patches being a thing for quite a while, honestly, with this emulator. Like, they definitely made a big jump over the last few updates, but native 60 FPS page is gonna be a couple years off, I think. So this is as good as it gets for the time being, and you know what? It's good enough for me. It's like a big upgrade over playing it on original Xbox, and resolution is just so much nicer. It makes the game's details really stand out more, and yeah, the fluidity is a lot better. I think I'm on DXGI, Dustin. I think I'm already on DXGI. It's like the default mode. And I didn't mess around with the other stuff, to be honest. I can show you the settings that I'm using if you want. Because we're gonna wrap it up in a bit anyways and switch over. I say this track is definitely also a lot more fun downhill. As expected. Although uphill might be really fun if you have a very, very powerful car with a lot of torque. Easy. Wait, where's the car? Camera lost track of it. Cool. Okay, I'm not sure why they just gave me this car, but I'll take it. Ah, this is actually the car that I put on the thumbnail for my video on this game. Aha. Not sure why I picked this car specifically. I think it was really just because it was very colorful and looked really interesting. Kind of like a tuned car of sorts. Don't really get to see that often. Okay, what else could we do at this point? We did unlock the professional events. Low power open. Also just realized the event description spoiler the prize car. First place receives 2000 GT. It's kind of nuts, honestly. Not sure what I would use it for, but... we could actually use this car. It's really not that fast. B4. Miata is still faster. Quite a bit even. But it works for the low power open. But there's still some tracks we haven't seen. I didn't show off Tokyo. That's one track I haven't seen yet. I think... actually I know where we can get to it. Let's at least check that track out as well. I think it's in here. Asia? There we go. And I don't let anyone tell you that they only introduced night racing in Motorsport 6. It wasn't in the first one. And this is such a cool track, dude. Thing is, I have been to Tokyo, but I could not tell you where any of this is. At least I don't think so. Never really thought about it. But I assume this is also based on real world roads, just like New York. But I don't think I can remember anything. I mean, Tokyo is so massive. There's a good chance I've just not been here. Right now, I would maybe guess Shibuya. Just as a quick guess, but I would have no idea. Shinjuku. Based on Shinjuku. Yeah, I've not spent that much time in Shinjuku, unfortunately. Spend most of my time in Akihabara. Because I'm a filthy degenerate. But you could probably trace back the roads, honestly. With this track as well. Trace them back on a real map. Yeah, it's cool, man. This is what I keep saying. Like, I think the best thing about the first Forza Motorsport is the tracks. There's so many cool tracks here that never ever returned, ever. In neither of the games. And this track is one of them. It's so cool. Like, honestly, this seems like a track from a grid game, I would say. That is Kabukicho. Okay, no, that I recognized. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, dude, my spoiler. Oh my god. I was like, wait, I think I do recognize this. No, okay, I have been here. I have been here. Like, I was looking at these buildings here and thinking, like, that looks so familiar, but I couldn't put my thumb on it. I have been here. Yes. There's actually, yeah. There's like a small island here. Like, pedestrian island. You can stand here like a small pedestrian island. This is where I took my photo from. There's a shocking lack of neon lights there, though. If you look into Kabukicho there. That shit there should shine like a Christmas tree, dude. Everything that's there. Oh, that's so cool. No, I've been here. Like, once again, like, I haven't been in Shinjuku a lot. Only time I've ever been here was actually for Kabukicho. And I think also, some kind of mall that was nearby. There was like a big mall nearby. There's even a 7-Eleven, dude. I ate so much at 7-Eleven. Like, I would say like half the stuff I ate was actually from there. Oh, that's so cool. I'm not sure what's here usually. Is that a donkey? No, I don't think it is. No, actually it is. That is a Don Quixote. It says there at the top. I don't think... Is the Don Quixote still there? I think it moved. No, actually... Wait, the gate is over there. No, I think it actually is still here. The Don Quixote is actually still there. I've been in there too. It's super cramped. It's the most cramped Don Quixote I've been to. Oh, that's so funny. That's so freaking funny how I recognize everything now. Is that... No, I don't think that's still there. But that's what I keep saying. Like, this game had the best tracks. And I think now I showed why. Ow, my car, dude. Now I show why this game... Like, once again, this is why the first Forza is worth playing. It's the fucking tracks. They are so goated, dude. And the damage model. Damage model of the cars. Car is fully red. The fact that it's still moving is a miracle. Oh, that's so cool. I think that's where... Yeah, this is where you can go underground. There's like an underground mall here. Although it might not... No, it's the underground mall. I was thinking if that's maybe the subway, but no. Oh man, this brings me back so hard, dude. I don't want to leave anymore, man. Dude, they even have the title station here. That's so cool. It's like an arcade. I'm sure... I think it's still there. Yeah, no, it's actually still there. I think I passed by it. Oh, this brings me back so hard. I want to stay here forever, man. I think there's anything else I can recognize and point out. Not really. Like, there's a mall in this direction that I've been to. But yeah, you can't see it on the track here. Microsoft Xbox. I'm pretty sure that these billboards weren't there originally. That's actually so cool. Yeah, first Forza is rad. Like, you guys really should play this game if you haven't already. It's so damn good. And now that it's, you know, it's playable on emulator, you got no excuse anymore. And I also want to just point out, like, this game just ran. Like, we haven't had a single crash or freeze. And we've been playing for 2 hours. I full well expected that to be crashing and freezing. We haven't had anything. Now, honestly, maybe I just got lucky. That's very, very possible. That I actually just got lucky. But, it's a really good sign. Like, what I wanted to find out today is if we can actually play this as a replacement for an Xbox. If you can actually use the emulator as a replacement for an Xbox. Or if it's more to just kind of like check out the game once. Where are we going here, by the way? Oh, is this... Yeah, this is still part of the regular track. Or if it's something you should really only use for like a couple... Like a quick round or two. Now the car is actually completely cooked. I cannot move anymore. Actually, a little bit. But honestly, no, I think you can play this. I think you can play through the game now if you want to. It seems stable enough. We haven't had a single crash or freeze, so... At that point, I'd say play it. You got no more excuse. Cool. Love Forza 1. Glad I revisited this game. Still just as fun. Actually, even more fun than when I first played it. Cool.